All right, welcome to another episode from the chart readers. What an amazing day in this sector. All right, I mean, it started with Kamala just picking it up. German headlines today, and I will be honest, I got the German legalization wrong for sure. All right, it's been a minute since I've talked about it, but I did not expect the immediate legalization to do this. I thought it might come like a quarter after. A number of you disagreed with me. I always say, let me know if you disagree, and yeah, most of you caught it. What an amazing day. My goodness, right? Tilray CGC. Look, all-time lows is horrible, but when you escape, oh, there's so much red to green, right? I haven't talked about ACB in a while. I haven't talked about SNDL. I love calling that one Sandal. I haven't talked about that one in a while. And then I want to throw in High Tide at the end. I'm not going to cover MSOS. I'm a little surprised that the MSO, I didn't see where the day ended. Let me at least just do it real quick for me. Yeah, I think I expected these to also be green. I know I looked at Curaleaf today. I saw it was like, I think -5% at one point. Hey, beautiful recovery. I'll take that. But I realized the news was Germany, right? And MSOS was obviously US focused, the US multi-states. But yeah, I kind of expected it to be a little bit more of a full sector push, not just, the non-MSOs basically. But nonetheless, I'll try to cover that maybe on a separate video. But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here, giving me your time, giving me your thoughts, oh, I'm so grateful for it, all right? So let's get into it, and one more time, what a beautiful day. Before I talk about all the good, I think my favorite thing about this channel is I genuinely believe viewers are comfortable talking about their losses, all right? And let's be honest, there have been a lot of losses in this sector, right? But so many viewers have talked about the pain that they've seen from this sector, and I want to believe you do it because no one's going to bash you, no one's going to make fun of you, no one's going to, it's a safe place, right? And when the goods like this come, oh my goodness, it quickly makes you forget about the pain. But I think it's really important to just remember the past despite what the good is, right? And what's the good today? Look, I think the good today has a lot to do with the belief that the US will legalize as well, all right? I might be 100% wrong on that statement. Maybe the German legalization is a bigger headline than I'm really putting my opinions behind, but it hasn't started yet, right? From what I read, I believe it starts on the 1st of April. So today I don't think was the first legal day in Germany. Let me know if I'm incorrect on that. Maybe today was day 1, but I really feel that, and hey, I think as I'm saying this, maybe it isn't like, I don't know, because the MSOs didn't move. Either way, just an opinion, right? But nonetheless, the excitement popped, and I know a lot of people were saying Tilray and CGC especially would do well from German legalization. I actually thought Curaleaf also had a decent footprint in Germany. So again, with them not doing that well, I think it's just kind of, I don't know if it's crossing some wires or not, right? But again, I am still in this, I believe there's a giant rumor brewing after Kamala's comments, after the Vice President of the United States, the second most important person in the nation, after her first pro-weed comments since taking office, on top of a very big nation. Germany is not some random country, and I'm not going to name a country and offend someone that from there that might be watching it, right? But I mean, Germany is a big, like it's a big European powerhouse, right? I might be wrong. I don't know what their economy is. I'm not an economist, right? But like, yeah, when I think of Germany, I think of a big place, right? And I believe that it's kind of brewing in nicely with Kamala's "let's do something" comments, right? If that place can legalize it, why can't we, right? I really believe there's a little bit of that going on. I think since the last weed video I made, I believe Schumer also had a couple headlines really echoing what Kamala had said, saying, hey, yeah, we need to do things. I'm glad she's in support and this and that, right? So there have been some real good like whirlwinds of news, right? Let's talk about technicals real quick, because again, if you saw my video, right, I was really, really bullish, and there was a little bit of horizontal before, obviously today, right? And the main things I kept telling people on the comments were, look, just let's stay over the 8 moving average. Let's hold some of these key moving averages that we just broke, and let's get over the 200 moving average, right? And I mean, literally all of that happened over the last 4 days, right? We stay, we hold, the 8 keeps going up. We have a beautiful golden cross, beautiful golden cross. We're probably going to golden cross again come Monday, right? Like, oh my goodness, right? I know that. Oh my! I just there are so many thoughts and words in my head, right? This is one of the moments where I wish I had a video, because like, oh my God, my smile, right? You can, I'm sure you have one too, right? But this is where I'm a little, and I'll be honest, people call me, they call me cautious, they call me, you know, conservative, this and that, right? I don't get offended by that. It is true. I've been burned enough times to not throw caution in the wind like I used to, what, 5, 10 years ago, right? I'm still here, and again, I started the video with it. You caught my hesitation, but I still feel there's a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news. And look, we are now over all 5 moving averages, right? We need to confirm, but man, I can't look at this. This candle right here, the 1-3 candle, this closes at 230. Today, it was only a penny, but we closed at 231. We're over this peak right here. Wait, that's not right. Which one? This one. Sorry. We're over this peak right here. I'm now hunting this peak right here, sitting at 241, because look, when I click at that 241, I'm actually also already in that 925 candle right here. This is the only thing in this little red view I've got, right? And I mean, we are sitting in a monumental green, red, green, red. Just green really is the hope right now, right? And I'm going to put a line right here. I think this is too big of a candle to not think it's anything. There are a couple places I could draw another line. I think this is something right here. I think about half of that. No. Maybe it is actually the bottom of this guy, because that's almost half of that, almost the top of that. I think these are 2 good lines to have. I actually think this 270 will be stronger than this 246. I don't know if 246 is actually going to be much of a wall, but again, it's the bottom of this guy, it's half that guy, it's half that guy, almost the top of that. Let me say girl, just for my ladies out there, right? But yeah. What I'm now looking at is 2 things, all right? The first thing that caught my eye was this RSI, and I looked at the 79 number, all right? I didn't have to zoom in right there. I actually wanted to zoom out. One thing I like to do is I'll draw a line down here. Look, we're at 79. This is 78. That's good enough for me. You can see it in this entire view. We've really only crossed this line, this one little point right there, those 2 little points right there, and then obviously nicely right there, right? So as much as I like to think that this thing could and should, on most cases, keep going up, I need to hold a little bit of a, the RSI hasn't gone very high in a while, right? I came to this view because one thing I talked about was 2024 is an election year. So was 2020, right? even in 2020, there weren't too many moments where the RSI popped. However, you can see it. There was, I mean, almost a full month of it actually living well above that line, right? So this was closer to the actual end of the election cycle, right? This was right around when the winter happens. I think the transition happens actually, right? I think that happens around January 16th. I don't really know, but um, I'm a little, I think I'm a little worried about the RSI, but end of the day, look, this is only one indicator. I love the MACD. The MACD is now positive. The MACD has a beautiful divergence. Divergence just means two lines going away from each other, and I want the green to go up. I want it to green go away from the red, green diverge from the red, right? That's telling me it wants to keep going higher and higher into the positive, right? MACD and RSI actually have a similar, let me delete this line. They have a real similar divergence too. They both kind of look like they're ready to go away and hungry. I think it's a little louder on the MACD. I like this volume, all right? It actually looks relatively sustainable between this tall day and this one. And then really, as I'm just kind of looking at this, it's not too bad. So I don't really see today as a giant, like, am I worried it's a pump and dump candle, all right? Again, we've been here before in the volume days too, right? So excuse me, you can see it. We've been this high here, a couple times here, a couple times here, right? So we're used to this. It's not something we're super frequent with, but so what am I looking for on Monday, right? Look, on Monday, I am looking for this thing to go to 246. I started the video by saying I don't think this is going to be a hard resistance, but this is my expectation for confirmation, all right? If this was going to come down, that's the lowest I want it to go. I do not want this to close. Look, let me take that back. That's being really greedy, all right? The truth is, this actually can drop as low as like 213 and still be bullish, okay? We are still holding over half of this big candle. We're still over the moving averages. I would really like to stay over 220. I think that's what I would like. Maybe we wick down to that 15 number I just said, and then hopefully kind of come back up to here. But yeah, let's just hold at least half of today, come Monday. I would love to go to 240. All right, 246. Bring me this line. Let me start. Let's like, look, we've seen it before. Big bad candle overall doesn't fly. Nice couple candles doesn't fly. Decent doesn't fly. This is a good big bad candle. This is really reminding me of this. And look, you can see this one actually doesn't lose too much the day after, but then obviously clearly more than half after, right? Don't lose more than 215. Let's start going up to the 240s, all right? I can see us hopefully trying to reset this RSI. I can see it trying to go from here to like maybe 88, then coming back down to 80, then going back up to 88, maybe even trying to push 90. Hey, it might even keep going and going if volume comes, right? So yeah, I think that's a lot of Tilray thoughts right there. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you disagree on anything. Super exciting to say the least, right? And oh my goodness, we're only a quarter of the way done with the year. Obviously, in the last couple of videos, I was saying I wanted more from this year, but that more I've been expecting seems to be brewing, which is lovely, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, even if you disagree. Let's come into CGC. My. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe, if you can please share this video, it does wonders for the algorithms, all right? So my, I don't even know what else to say, all right? Okay, I really don't even know where to start. Let me okay. Let's start with the bad that has now turned good. Look, all-time lows is a scary black hole vortex that eats your money, all right? I do not bottom hunt. I used to. I give you my, I think most people do. Everyone wants to buy at the bottom and watch it rise to the top, right? Like, that's what the stock market is. there's a reason it's called a falling knife. And my, I have lost far too much in the past trying to catch falling knives, all right? If there's one thing I've learned is you do not need to catch the beginning. You can come into the middle and still crush it. Like and let's just pretend this is the whole thing. I got real bullish. I started to believe that we were actually breaking all-time lows. And since then, even if you just jumped in today, you had a beautiful day, right? So to me, I think this is a beautiful example of, I never in my videos or comments tell people to buy, sell, or hold. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just here giving educated opinions, listening to your educated replies. We're each helping each. Iron sharpens iron, right? But I firmly believe you don't average down into all-time lows. You just wait for the stock to say, I'm ready to leave it. And then all that red, just look at this thing. Literally from here to here is from 10 plus to sub 3 is red. And look, that right behind it is a beautiful green. And behind it is an even worse. Like, this is a stock that goes down, flat, up, down, flat, down, up. And that's what we're doing right now, right? The first tranche took care of all that. Can you tell I'm excited? My words are barely coming out. Red to green, right to the 50 moving average, right to our all-time lows number. From there, we gap up to this 455 line that I talked about for weeks and focused on this past moment that lasted. Big moments, right? This 455 was a monster line that brought the bad. And my goodness, once it broke, it brought the good, right? So, I generally give more weight to the moving averages than my lines. Number one, I'm not drawing lines for perfection. I'm drawing lines for good enough. And I always say good enough will make and save you a lot, right? To me, these are a little better because they're computer generated. I have no influence on them. The computer is accurate to more decimals than I even know, right? So generally, I give more weight to this. I do believe breaking 455, again, a significant line here, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe I have to go back into the weekly. No, there wasn't in the IPOs. But again, two significant, just long-lasting significant moments. I believe gapping over this was actually, like, and it's weird saying, I think it was more important than breaking those. So I think getting over this was the rocket that said, let's go. And from there, you break the 100, you'll add more volume. You break the 200, you'll add more volume. And I mean, this thing was pushing 70% and actually ends almost at 70. That's not a very big wick. That was, I mean, what a day, all right? What a day, all right? German legalization. I kind of said it in the beginning. I don't want to repeat myself too much just in case you watched it, but and hey, I might sound like an ignorant American, but yeah, I do put a little bit more weight to US news than European news. European news, that was a little hard to say. And I actually believe that the German legalization is more a hype of potential US legalization. I still think we're sitting on this Kamala Harris comment rumor that I believe Schumer added onto since my last video, and then this German thing added to as well. So I might be wrong. Hey, maybe this German news actually is legit. Maybe the German market share is way higher than I'm ever even imagining. Like I'm aware of that, right? But yeah, just my thoughts. It's interesting to see this 91 RSI, especially because, again, Tilray, I was just kind of talking about. I'm not sure if the 79 is going to go up. So hey, maybe CGC coming to 91 is saying, hey, get ready. You know what I mean? Because I really can't imagine. Actually, look at that. CGC got up pretty high right here. Interesting. I don't know. Nonetheless. obviously I am thinking break all five and fly at this point, right? So let's talk about the good and the bad for Monday. I love that we broke this. I know it wasn't a lot, but look, this Monday, this December the 4th candle closes at 7:56. We close almost more than a dime above it, right? So we are over this big candle right here. I think getting over this one actually does matter more than getting over this one, but I am now seeing green, 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 red, 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 whole mess of nothing. Maybe green, green, green again, right? So let's draw this up here. I think this is going to be a big resistance. And then let's draw this right here. I think it's about both of them. Yeah, that is. So look, where's your half? It's not good enough. Okay, come Monday, I need this to close at 890. I think if CGC can close at 890, that will make me believe we have broken all five, all right? Again, this is a stock that has not been over the 200 moving average for a long time. All right, since 2001, we've been under that line. All right, so this is a very, very it's a difficult line on its own, let alone on a stock that's been under it for 3 years. Right? I want it. I don't need to get to this 939 line, but yeah, I want to get to 890-ish. All right. If look, this can come as low as. Yeah, this can come as low as 615 and still be bullish. All right. I would love it if we do not go any lower than 690. All right. That'll either number. We're holding more than 50%. We're still obviously over the moving averages. Golden crosses are happening. Hopefully we'll see some more. And then, hey, let's see what volume does, right? But yeah, I am thinking up here we can still come down a little bit and be okay. We do not want to close below like 610. I think closing below 610 is where I'm going to start like actually even thinking we come back down to 488. All right. Oh man, this was already 21 minutes. Yeah, let me break this out and I will do another video for the other ones. What a day, what a day, what a day. There's so much pain in this sector and oh my gosh, these are the days, right? Like, woo, feels good. Feels good. One more time. You don't need to catch the bottom to win. You literally could have not gotten into any of the days, jumped into today and eaten most of a 60%, almost even a 70% gain, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Let me know your excitement out there, right? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for it.